Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning with the Sadies Stickers kit Cold. It's a B6 kit in silver foil. It is brown, green, and blue themed. So yeah, I'm doing my self-care spread for this week and let's get into it. So I'm going to use this video to talk a little bit about how my self-care journey is going. There are a couple old things that I'm continuing to do, a couple new things that I'm trying, and we'll see how that's going. So in terms of new things, I am trying to do a daily gratitude journal. So I think I mentioned this in another video, but my executive coach suggested that I do a daily kind of journal of things I'm thankful for. She said if it's a day where you're not feeling particularly thankful, you can try to add, nice things that you notice. So it's really more like a noticing, nice or delightful things that you notice. So it's not always gratitude. It is sometimes like a noticing journal. I will say results with that have been mixed. And I'm trying to figure out what will help me continue to build up the habit. So when I say results have been mixed, I mean that I haven't been doing it every day. And it's a mix of functional and I think just sort of mental things blocking me from doing that. So the functional thing is the notebook is sometimes not always on the table. Which is an easy grasp and also kind of a visual reminder. So I normally keep the notebook on my coffee table so that I remember, hey, you've got to do this thing for the day, sit down and think of stuff. When I was doing it every single day, or when I was in a good rhythm of doing it every single day, I felt like I would notice something throughout the day and be like, oh, I should remember that to write in my journal when I get off this meeting or I'm out for a walk and I'll go back home. But not having the book on the table, it's I think I visually forget until it's the end of the night. And then I'm like, I'm too tired. I'll just go to bed. I'll try to do a double up, tomorrow. The second thing is there's lots of days where I'm just I really don't have anything I feel like I'm super grateful for today. I know that seems, can seem a little strange. I always feel guilty about this where I'm listen, you have food in your belly and a roof over your head. Why can't you just write that down? But I don't always feel I'm able to logically know the gratitude, but I don't always feel it. So the days where, the book isn't on the table, one, for me to write, and then two, I'm I'm not that grateful, I don't feel grateful for anything today. I'm not happy. The day didn't go my way, and it's a lot easier for me to think of things that didn't go my way than things that did. I don't do it. So I have decided I'm going to keep the book on the table. And it doesn't move, it's anchored to the coffee table. The reason it's been moving is, some nights where I end up staying at my boyfriend's place, I'll bring the book with me in the hopes that hey, you'll remember to journal. And I forget. So the book is going to stay at the coffee table in my apartment as kind of a visual reminder that you need to do this. I think also, those days where I'm not feeling like I'm grateful for anything or that I've noticed anything delightful, I'm just going to write that, just to get in the practice of recording, here's how today went. And here's what's really present for me today. I'm just going to write, hey, I wasn't feeling super grateful today. Here's what's more present for me right now. And so, that's not really the exercise, but to me, it keeps me in the habit of writing, which I'm getting out of the habit. Because when I miss a day, then I miss 2 days, and I miss 3 days, and it's not great. So that's my plan for the daily gratitude and daily journaling, noticing journals. The second new thing that I'm doing is I really ramped up my exercise. I really wanted to increase my cardio fitness this year. And I already have been lifting pretty consistently, lifting weights that is, for the last, I'd say, a year. But I had to switch trainers back in November. I couldn't work with my old trainer anymore. So I have started with a new trainer. I think I started with a new trainer December, I think it was. Yeah, early December. And he's been great. And I also want to improve my cardiac fitness. Why do I want to improve my cardiac fitness is that there are times where I am out taking a really brisk walk or something, or on a hike, and I'm like out of breath. And I really don't like that. It makes me feel nervous, and scared is not the word, but I'm just like, hey man, you know, you really need to make sure that you're taking care of your health, and that you have this part of fitness under control, and like you're working on it as well as your muscles, because you know, you need to be fit in more than one area. So the way that I'm working on my cardiac fitness, cardio, is by doing cardio, running. I'm doing this program called Couch to 5K. It's a pretty, at least, I wouldn't say easy, but it's a manageable program, meaning like they step you through it gradually. So you're supposed to not feel like the days are too overwhelming that you're doing running. And they incorporate rest days. I've done the program. I think this will be my like 4th or 5th run through. So it's pretty familiar to me. And yeah, I will be running 30 minutes, every other day, to work on my, again, cardio. The challenge with this is that lifting 3 days a week and running 3 days a week is a lot. And here's, I mean, and you know, I fell into the resolution trap where it's like, oh, I'm going to totally do this, you know, without thinking, how manageable is this going to be? So we're in like, the 3rd week of the year. The first 3 weeks of the year so far, I've been making it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday completely like crapping out. And when I say crapping out, just like so tired that I can't like function. I can't exercise. I'm just like, I won't even take a walk. I'm just zonked. My trainer was like, hey, are you making sure you're getting good nutrition? And I'm also trying to incorporate more veggies in my diet. So he's like, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein and that you're getting enough carbohydrates to support your running. This is another trap that I've fallen into before, where I'm like trying to eat healthier, but also trying to up my exercise and not fueling myself enough. So like both types of exercise end up suffering. Like you can't exercise when you're hungry and when you're not fueling your body appropriately. So I'm going to work on that. I'm also going to scale back my running to 2 days a week. The Couch to 5K program is running 3 days a week, but what's manageable for me right now with lifting 3 days a week, I think, is to run 2 days a week and just spread the program out. And so do it a little bit more gradually. You know, old me might have been like, oh my God, you know, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. This isn't how the program's supposed to work. And I'm like, until we get our nutrition under control and like in a, you know, very kind of, until we iron it out so that we're not so tired towards the end of the week that we can't function, you know, we can't run, you know, 3 days a week. It's just not going to work. So I'm doing 2 days a week. That's new. I'm also working on incorporating more veggies into my diet, also for health reasons. I know over the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic, we're still in it. My eating habits have kind of gone on the more unhealthy side. So I want to be a little more healthy. The things I'm continuing to do are I'm continuing to lift weights. I used to lift weights 2 days a week. I bumped it up to 3 days a week. I really like the way my body looks when I'm lifting weights. Like, I really like how toned my arms look and my legs. So I'm going to keep doing it. And things that I'm still continuing to do is continuing to manage my water intake, continuing to take breaks during the day. I have kind of revamped my breaks in terms of self-care, where I started scheduling them on my work calendar. Before, I would kind of just look for an empty spot and my work schedule and be like, that's going to be my break, and just take it. And now I think to protect my time, what I've been doing is actually seeing that empty break and just scheduling like a quote unquote fake meeting in there so I can take a break. Basically, so no one schedules over it. So I'll look at my calendar in the beginning of the week and find each day where I can take a 15-minute break or a 30-minute break if at all possible, and then put a meeting invite on my calendar that just says busy. And I know that that's, and in the notes for myself, I'll put like, this is the time you take a break. With that break, I have been just doing a little bit of a reset. So taking deep breaths, centering. When I meet with my executive coach, she often has me kind of sit in the chair and like feel my spine, feel myself in space, really pay attention. I'm not doing the guided meditation that I used to do, but it's definitely a like refocusing of like getting in touch with my body, getting in touch with my breath. So some days I have more time than others, but I have been trying to make sure that I at least put a break on my calendar every day for myself. So I guess that's also kind of new. I mean, some of these are old things that I'm taking a slightly new approach to in terms of trying to be more protective about my time and the time that I need for like good mental health. But yeah, a lot of these are things that I was doing before. I just didn't have like, I wasn't as intentional, I would say, about them. So yeah, that's the word for this year. The word for this year is rest, actually. That's my word for the year. So rest and taking adequate rest is a huge focus for me. And so I am looking for any opportunity to be much more intentional about taking rest. I am a go all the time person. And, you know, I find myself more often than not being too tired, even sometimes to enjoy my hobbies. So rest is the order of the day. If it's between rest and something else, I'm taking the rest because I know that I need to take it. And if I don't take it, it's going to come for me later on. You know, I'm going to have to take it at some point. So yeah, we're coming to the end of this spread. I hope you all enjoyed hearing a little bit more about the self-care activities that I am engaging in for 2022. Some new, some old, some things I'm revamping, some things everything I think I'm being more intentional about. So I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching and bye.